I was a teenager with an anger problem. I was always very confrontational. I walked around with a chip on my shoulder. I was in and out of fights constantly. I was always getting into trouble. And it didn't make any sense because I came from a very good family background. I was born in Cuba. My family came to the United States when I was 5 years old. And even in my childhood, I was very rambunctious, and that kind of developed over the years to my early teenage years, where I made some bad choices of friends and actions that I would take. As a matter of fact, I was rebelling against my parents, rebelling against school, any type of authority I was rebelling against. And I was headed down a pretty destructive path. I needed a change in my life, and that change took place on Sunday morning. The church where my family attended was having some special services, revival services, and they had a guest speaker come, and he was going to be sharing. And typically on Sunday morning after the church started, I would run to the basement with the custodial staff and watch TV there, watch a football game or something. I had it timed perfectly so I could get back to the service in time for the ending and nobody would ever miss me. But on this particular Sunday, the preacher was a little long-winded, and as a result, I walked into the service in the middle of his presentation. As a matter of fact, he pretty much captivated my attention. It appeared that he was speaking to me and the issues in my life that I needed to deal with. And he was sharing about what was the most important thing in our lives. He gave an invitation, asked for those that wanted God to work in a very special way in their lives, and I responded. And I came to a point where I realized I needed God's forgiveness in my life. And I asked for His forgiveness, and I received Jesus as my Savior that day. And ever since then, my life has been different. God has changed that anger to a greater appreciation for people and a greater respect for people. That decision that I made in that revival service has been the most important thing in my life.